Sup. Um, to keep things short, I pretty much just wanted to get on here and say thank you. Now, I'm not very good at talking about this sort of shit, so I've written a very shitty script for me to try and follow, but the main point of this video is just to say thank you to everybody that's been listening to me. Also, if you see me guys like looking over, that's me looking at the script, so that explains that. The back half of this year has been so insane compared to anything else that I've made in the past. I think from last year, entirety of 2024 to I believe it was until August 28th of this year, I think I had maybe a total of 700 streams and maybe 30 followers, and now things have just exploded in my world where, you know, I have 40 something thousand total streams amongst 21,000 individual listeners, and you know, it's just insane for me to see. And I'm not sure if many people will see this just because I obviously don't carry much of a social presence, because on my Instagram I haven't posted very much. The only thing I really do is come on my story every few months and just say, wow, look at this milestone, and wow, look at this, thank you. But I do it so much is just because every boundary I keep pushing just is more and more difficult for me to wrap my head around. Like, this should not be happening to me. And it's one of the craziest feelings I think I've ever gotten with something that I do for fun. My follower count has gone up, I would say, maybe 5 or 6 times as what it was before, prior to August 28th of this year. I was sitting around maybe 30, 32 followers, and now I am like at 150, which I never thought I was going to get in the first place, because, you know, I've had my Spotify account for going on 3 years now, and for the first 2.5, I was only able to amass up to 30 followers. So just seeing this climb is the most insane thing I could have ever expected. And I said it like 30 seconds ago. The most insane thing is that people actually like listen. It's not random playlists or bots or people actually streaming, because like I go on my Spotify for artists and I'm able to see that, you know, I'm in so many playlists and I can see a handful of those playlists, and I'm like, these are real people listening to me, and this is the most insane thing, because I'm actually, you know, doing what I want to and make music that can be used as comfort for people. And it's incredible to see that it's actually happening in real time. Before I had any of this like success, as you would say, like, to be honest, I thought this shit was just a hobby, like you know, kind of throwing shit into the void and see what happens. And I've had one song before. It was some stupid hyperpop song. I'll play a snippet of it for you guys. But that song, in the span of like 3 days, had gotten like 500 streams, which was beyond me. Like, that was the most amount of numbers I've seen coming from myself. And, you know, even then I didn't think I deserved it, because I was like, man, that song sucks. There's somebody that deserves those streams way more than I do. Even when I was doing it then, it just was still a hobby. I used to make music because it was fun, and obviously I still make music because it was fun, and I just wanted to say my truth and wanted to say what I had to say. But back then I had no expectation of it reaching anybody, maybe more than 30 people. Like, that was my average. That was big numbers for me, and I never expected it to get any bigger than that. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I know I might be blowing this out of the water or something like that, but this is still a small stepping stone. But for me, this is a fucking leap, a million yards in the right direction. Like, and because I'm here now, I know it's very possible for me to push things even further. When I dropped It Finds It, the album, hold on. When I dropped It Finds It, to be honest, I had no expectations for it. I kind of just thought it was the same thing as what I had done in the past, you know? Just make something I was proud of, kind of throw it in the void, and see what happens. I didn't really expect it to ever get any traction in the first place. And then randomly out of nowhere, 2 years after its release, the song Innocent off the album absolutely took off for my numbers, which was, the last thing anyone would expect when they have no following whatsoever. But when it initially launched, I was, expecting maybe 5 to 10 people to get a reaction out of it, at least a positive reaction or a reaction of comfort or being able to relate in some sort of way, kind of having that music become an outlet. But now it's gotten much larger than that, and it's just so very surreal. And then when that growth of that project really started to show up, it really started, showing me that there's something of worth here and there's something to actually pursue and keep going with because, people wouldn't listen to my music if they didn't get a reaction from it, or they wouldn't be repeat listeners. Somebody could listen to it and think it's dog shit, and that's a reaction out of it. But the stats I see say otherwise, and say that people are actually enjoying my music and what I have to say, which I'm still forever grateful for. One thing I have to make extremely clear, and I've wanted to make this very clear since the get-go, but money is a byproduct of this shit. I never intended it to be for money. But it is very insane to see that the growth I've had has been able to help me out with smaller tasks. I don't have to worry about getting gas anymore, which is an insane feeling to me because when I first started making music, money wasn't even an idea. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to become a millionaire. No, I don't have to worry about filling up my car anymore because of you guys, and which is crazy, which is one less stressful thing that I have to worry about now because of you guys. And it's all because people are just simply listening, and that's something I don't take lightly. What? How the fuck? People are listening to me, and it's... But I really want to give some special thanks to my friends Joseph and Saint777. But I want to give a huge thank you to Joseph directly because he's helped with so much of the artwork. He's done the artwork for Gold Dust. He's done It Finds It. He's done Little Love. And to be honest, I feel like if he had never come in to help out with those cover arts in the first place, I don't think much would have came out from those songs in the first place, or if they would have even came out at all. So he's a huge impact to me and what I do for music. And I feel like his photography and cover arts really encapsulate the sounds that I try to achieve. So I feel like Joseph definitely helps me get really what I want to say in a visual aspect. And Saint777, we became friends so randomly. We were talking about Cemetery in a college hallway, and he started making music. And when I started helping him with making music, at the time, I really didn't want to make music because I just kind of lost the spark in it. And I wasn't sure about how I was going to continue pursuing this because at the time, it just seemed like nobody was interested. But when I started helping him make music, it started becoming really fun again. And he kind of gave me the energy to want to start making art again and start making music and just, remember that it's about having fun and just saying what you want to say and just stop thinking so highly of myself all the fucking time. When I said thinking highly of myself all the time, I actually meant to say thinking of myself in such high standards. So yeah, it's so easy to fucking burn out and overthink everything, but someone like that to help keep you on track and to remind you just to, kind of have fun about shit, especially your art and something you're passionate about, is something that I am actually so grateful and blessed to have. So thank you to those two guys. You guys have definitely helped shape me and my music career in a way that is most beneficial. And I don't think it would have I don't think my music would have left the mark that it leaves now if you guys weren't there to help me kind of follow that direction. So this year's been a lot. A lot has happened in the span of 3 months, but this year it's very crazy to think that I've actually been listened to all over the world. I got a DM on Instagram maybe a month ago from this person in India, and they said that I'm listened to a lot by their friend group over there. And for me to be in a friend group and, be a common like thing to share with each other is such a crazy thought, especially for people thousands of kilometers away. That is the most insane thing that I never would have thought would ever happen. Excuse me. And, if you've ever messaged me, shared a song, or even just listened to me once and it had some sort of a positive impact on you, um, you've definitely helped make this year something so much bigger than me. And, even thinking about it, like, why me? And I'm I'm at a loss for words, to be honest. It's just so incredible that you guys have given me an opportunity to actually have a platform, and I wanted to show you how grateful I was. So, pretty much just to wrap it up, I just want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for everything you guys have done. Thank you for sticking around. You have made this more real than it has ever been before, and I hope you guys continue to stick around. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy what I have to say. So, thank you guys so much. I know I'm not on Instagram as much, and that's usually my main platform about talking about stuff like this, but I feel like I wanted to make it official for once and actually tell you thank you and shit like that. So, yeah, thank you.